3 years ago, during my separation, I was around 195 pounds. I was unhealthy. I was getting sick all the time. I just did not feel like I had the energy to do anything. And now today, I'm around 180 pounds, healthier, stronger at my peak. I just feel amazing right now. It's incredible. After separation, I knew income comes first. So that was the first thing I worked on, was improving how much money I make. And then the next thing was improving my health. That was definitely the next step in improving everything. Because I knew that if I did not fix my health, I did not have energy for my kids. I did not have energy to make more money later on. And also I was gonna be burning out too much because I was just doing too many things at once. So I built a system that works when even life is chaos. I'm Tony, I'm a single dad of two. I am documenting my life of building health, wealth, and relationship in real time while you watch. Guys, before separation, I was so unhealthy, so stressed that I would get headaches and stomach pains all the time. Let me tell you, it was so bad because my headaches, we didn't know what was going on with me. So I went to the doctor and I got it checked by the doctor. And even the doctor was telling me, you do not need a brain scan. You do not need to get an MRI scan. And I wanted to get it because I was just getting constant headaches all the time that I did not know what was going on. And this is when I had no insurance. This was during COVID, when I had no job and all that stuff, right? But I just needed a peace of mind. So when I got the brain scan and it came back, nothing was happening. Like even the doctor was like, see, man, we did this for no reason. And I paid this guy over $500 to give me the brain scan. I also was getting constant stomach pains. And these were stomach pains where I couldn't move for like a minute or two. And I was getting them constantly as well. Once again, went to the doctor to get a check. Turns out it was nothing. Right? So I was getting constant headaches. I was getting constant stomach pains. It did not allow me to have fun with my kids. It did not allow me to do things that I wanted to do. And plus it was during COVID where everything was just sad and depressed and lonely. It's just like, it was accumulation of all these bad things happening at once. My body was just breaking down from all the stress and I was heavier than I was before. I had never been this heavy. I knew my health was absolutely important after separation because if I was unhealthy, I could not take care of my kids. Because without my energy, everything else will fall apart. So that's when I decided to buy an Apple Watch and I started tracking my sleep and making sure that I darken my room, that I sleep in like 65 degrees, and that I sleep without using technology at nighttime. And boom, I started sleeping over at least 6 to 7 hours per day, and that have helped me tremendously. And then I started changing my diet. I started eating less junk food. I started to not buy as much junk food. I started to eat more healthier food. I bought an air fryer. An air fryer is absolutely essential for the household. It makes it faster to cook and it's a healthier option to cook food as well. And so I started eating healthier food that has less oil and less fat in it. And then I started changing my diet. I started eating more protein because I started exercising more and I bought a bench press at home and I had a dumbbell at home. I started exercising more often and I also started increasing my protein intake to increase the muscle and the muscle recovery. And then I bought a weight scale because obviously I want to lose my pounds. When I was like 195 pounds, I bought a weight scale and I started checking my weight every single day. What gets measured gets managed, all right? If you do not measure what you're trying to change, you don't care, all right? So we want to make sure we are tracking down everything. Write it on a piece of paper, use an Apple Watch, use a weight scale. We want to track everything that we're trying to change in our life. So when I tracked everything, such as my weight and my sleeping patterns, I put everything in Google Sheet. And I just write down one column, the day. I just write down another column, the stats of what I was tracking. And it's really that simple. I do not download some crazy fancy app to track all the measurement. I just use a simple Google Sheet or even a pen and paper will suffice. Do not let these technology things get in the way. The whole point is that we want to track what is going on in our health. It's because when you measure it, you're getting an honest assessment of what's happening in your health, right? You can see it on your phone. You can see it on the weight scale. And so it just holds you accountable and gives you an honest assessment of what's happening on your health. And then over time, after 3 years now, I'm 180 pounds now. Right? And it's because I work hard at it. It's because I tracked everything. And I still continue to track it because I want to maintain my health. It's slow, it's steady, and it's sustainable. Quick thing, if you are getting value from this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you. And let me talk about just making sure things are convenient as possible to work on your health. So I bought a bench press and 225 dumbbells at home, and I just exercise at home. I don't want to drive to the gym. I don't want to pay a monthly membership. It's much more convenient for me to work at home for like 30 minutes and get that out the way and the bench press is right in my bedroom, so it served as a constant reminder for me to exercise. I put all my supplements and all my protein powders on the shelf. I don't put it in a cupboard. I put it on my shelf as a constant reminder to make me drink the protein shakes. So the whole point of changing my diet is to make it as easy as possible. Right? We got to think about consistency. We got to think about convenience. Remove as much friction as possible to get me to go exercise. Remove as much friction as possible to get me to eat my food, to get me to eat the protein shakes. Because these things are hard to do. Like exercising sucks, right? Because it's painful. It sucks. You got to do it every single day, but it's a necessary part of life if we want to stay strong. Even the protein diets, I actually hate eating protein shakes. I do not like it. It's thick liquid. It takes a while to drink it. I just hate it. But I know it's necessary. So I have everything right there on my shelf where I see it 24/7 and I just drink it. Convenience is everything. So if it's hard to do, you're not gonna do it. So I made it as easy as possible. Let me go deeper into sleep because sleep can still be one of the hardest things to do, especially as a single dad who has 2 young kids. And my kids are always interrupting my sleep in the middle of the night because they want to sleep on the same bed. That's very tough to do because it messes up your sleep cycle. So I just try to make my sleep environment as best as possible. Dark curtains to make the room completely dark. Not a single ray of light could shine in here. And I try to make the room as cold as possible because there's research that shows that sleeping in a cold increases the quality of sleep and helps you stay asleep longer. And then I also try to teach my kids that they gotta stay in their room when they wake up. Like, don't not come to daddy's room. Daddy needs to sleep. You gotta stay in your room. And the way I do that, I simply remind them or I put them back into their bed. I do not let them sleep on my bed. I say, hey, you gotta go back to your bed. Go sleep over there, okay? Because I need them to get used to sleeping in their own bed and not with me all the time. And then most importantly, avoid using technology when it's bedtime. I know this is very hard to do because of the phone and how addictive the phone is, but the less technology you use before bedtime, the easier it is to fall asleep. And we want to get as much sleep as possible. And don't aim for perfection, but think about the progress. If you see yourself losing weight over time, that is progress. That is something to be celebrated about because progress beats perfection every time. So if you are on your health journey, you want to be healthier and you have all these health problems right now, track it, make it as simple as possible to do good actions and stay consistent. That's how I got healthy raising 2 kids as a single dad. If you found this helpful and you want to see more videos of me documenting my life, check out this next video on the end screen right here.